Free Cup Studio Live. 2021 GSL SuperTournament Season 1.
Those are the Super Tournament guitars playing.
Yeah. Well, they're playing for Zoun right now.
They're playing for Protoss right now.
Yeah, he crushed there.
It's Protoss with their 2 fingers on the guitars.
Is it 2 fingers and a thumb? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Do they have 3 fingers or 4 fingers? I can't remember.
Actually, I thought Protoss have 2 fingers.
No, they don't have.
No, is it Ninja Turtles
They
that
have
2
at least
fingers?
3. No, Turtles have 3. They have 2 toes. Ninja Turtles have 2 toes.
How many fingers do Protoss have? All right, let me see. How many fingers do Protoss have? Aside from their eyes, Protoss possess no other orifices in their bodies. I did type in how many fingers do Protoss have. Protoss hands are notable in their variation, with some Protoss having 2 fingers and 2 thumbs, and others having 3 fingers and only 1 thumb.
What?
Yeah.
How could that happen?
That must have been a mistake.
Well, there are some mistakes within StarCraft. You know Zeratul has nipples?
Yeah. I have nipples too.
Yeah, but Protosses don't have mouths, so there'd be no reason for nipples. They just did it by accident.
Well, how are they going to get them pierced if they don't have them? All right?
Yeah.
Protosses have 2 thumbs.
Well, some of them. Imagine if you're a Protoss with
those
just
guys
one
play
thumb.
a lot of melee. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, PartinG has just 1 thumb for each hand, 4 fingers.
So, tasteless.
Yep.
Kira versus PartinG.
I'm excited for this one. I'm leaning a little bit towards PartinG, the wild child.
Kira's in really good shape right now.
Yeah. He's very strong.
Yeah. A lot of people think he's going to go far in this tournament.
A little bit excited to veer away from a PVZ after that last game. Seemed to be a little bit static.
Oh, PVTs for the rest of the day, my friend.
Yep. I welcome this. Protosses have been crushing it. The Zergs are endangered. They're going extinct right now.
There's none left in the tournament. Yeah. We have 2 Terrans, 3
but historically, should we be like maybe a little bit smirking for the Sartosis?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of okay with it just 1 tournament, you know.
Well,
but I don't know if it's going to stay like that here with Protoss or not.
Yeah.
That's the other question.
Well, it's kind of this exciting time, right? Because we haven't had a patch in a long time, and Protoss are starting to win just in time to get nerfed again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
so
exciting.
I'm sure everyone's happy about that. Better for the Zergs, and they can all dominate again, and we go back to where we started. Yeah. All right, guys, game 1, Kira versus PartinG.
Starts. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure. PartinG.
I'm always excited to see what PartinG's going to bring.
Yeah. Well, he's got a very flashy, exciting way of playing.
Yeah. And he has, like, infinity styles. He can do absolutely everything.
Yeah.
He plays really great macro games, but he doesn't even use those that often. He has such great aggression and cheeses. He uses absolutely anything.
He uses every part of the Protoss.
Yeah, yeah, he doesn't.
The way the Native Americans used every part of the Bison, he uses every part of the Protoss.
Yeah, I love his attitude about it too. Says, like, that interview we had with him where he's like, oh yeah, you got to play Protoss like a pervert, basically. Like, it's amazing.
We see Kira now checking on the map here, wants to make sure there's nothing immediately proxied out here. PartinG's going to be headed in his own scouting path, forking through parts of the map. And it looks like this probe and SCV are probably going to bump into each other. Oh, maybe just barely not. Oh, for a split second. But when you see both players scouting around like this.
What? So
what?
Basically, he stayed just exactly ahead of the probe so the probe couldn't see him.
Oh, oh my God.
No, what?
Wait. I'm the thing is, I'm not... We saw it. I don't know if he saw it.
He saw the probe. Okay, he's going to go back and look. He knows that there's a probe there. And now he sees a probe coming out.
He definitely saw that, right? What is going on here?
It's a good question, Tasteless.
Because he's sending this to find stuff, and the probe is it's a blip on the radar here and there.
Yeah. He saw it. He saw it.
But
maybe he doesn't even want to show that he saw it. I don't know, man.
the thing is, he doesn't know what's actually there. So he comes back through here.
It could be a Stargate. It could be
a
gate.
robo. It could be a gate. Yeah. So it's like, all right, what?
Could have put a Nexus there to long distance mine from that gas.
Who knows? Yeah, a second pylon. You know, just for why not? Okay, so he sees the second gateway here.
All right, so it's a 3-gate rush coming out.
Yeah. Of course, the forward gate can accelerate the pressure that Protoss can put on here. Now, obviously, this is designed to hit a build like what Cure is doing, but Cure scouted it. In a perfect world for Protoss, you don't see this coming, and it blindsides you, and maybe you're already going into Game 2 with Terran having a loss. But let's see what Terran can do, what kind of quick fix you can get here.
Well, with the bunker, I mean, that's the right way to go about it. He's getting a siege tank as well. I think he's just going to be completely fine.
Yeah, I guess you don't have to commit with this build as PartinG. You can just have the gateway out there, but he's making more depth, so maybe he will actually have some type of committal here.
Hard to imagine him getting too much done, though, right? Like, you just put up the wall, or you just let everything in.
Are you serious? I don't even know what to say. That's insane.
Yeah, very surprising he let that in. Like, there is so much information. It's the only thing he needs to watch for.
Is he just, like, really tired?
I don't know, man.
I don't know, dude. Because there was
no reason that should occur.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. I feel like our words are meaningless right now in this game.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. It's like literally he knows that that's there, and he knows that's the only thing that can hurt him.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's fine if the Protoss abandons it, but when you see that, like the shade, like all you have to do is block that.
Yeah.
And now he's going to do a dive on the bunker here. There's not enough SCVs here. And, you know, from here, I think this is a 1-2 punch away from a Protoss a victory.
Yeah. Didn't even attempt to repair that. I mean, it's not the prettiest game from Cure here. That's for sure.
I can imagine PartinG sitting here like, all right, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the motions here.
It's like, damn, I am good. I'm like, well, you are good, but.
Can't believe it. Can't believe that happened the way it did. Now Blink's inbound here. Protoss taking a third base. Terran scrambling to begin to mine again at his own natural. But, you know, StarCraft is a couple things. One of them is scouting, which Cure did. Now, you can scout something and still not be ready, but mechanical execution, even the basics like pulling the depot up, are that's the other part that would allow you, after you've succeeded in the first part, the scout, to see the proxied gate. Yeah. That's where you have the intel to have an idea of what's happening. Then you prepare to mechanically execute the hold.
Yeah.
Which he first scouted, so he had the intel. Then he didn't mechanically execute the hold. Yeah, I feel like a lot of poor decision making back there from Cure.
Yeah. You know, I think a lot nowadays about covering up IDs and stuff, and you know, from Harsum's rank roulette, like what if I was watching this replay, what would I say the league is of the Terran? And I would not say GSL finalist. That's the one thing I know I would not say. Okay?
Well, I mean, we all have bad days. I mean, there's days where you're playing StarCraft and you're almost like having an out-of-body experience. You're watching yourself be bad.
Yeah.
And your brain's not, I don't know, processing the game the way it should be able to. And I think we're seeing that from Cure here. I don't have any other explanation because, I mean, this is a very poor performance from the Terran. PartinG's doing fine. He's playing well. And he's far from finished in this game. It looks like he's going to put some pressure over here up onto the high ground after these Stalkers warp in.
I'd like to see the APM tab right now. I want to know what Cure's doing.
Yeah, now these Stalkers are going to come in. Now, with the one sentry, he could go for a Guardian Shield. Terran is staying back, and I think he's going to try to inch forward with his tank, but of course when you siege up, then you back up. That's going to allow the Protoss to probably warp in. And these are going to be Zealots, which you can use to then try to dive on top of this.
Yeah, you can tank a lot with that.
The fact that he warped in the Zealots,
We don't.
I think that's signaling to us that he wants to try to stay up here at least for a little bit. He's going to go ahead and abandon it now. Nice escape.
Yeah, ends up holding that. Loses a lot of SCVs though. I mean, PartinG's on 3 bases, getting Psystorm and Charge. He's got Cure locked up tight. Not sure what the plan is from Cure.
Yeah, I don't know. Cure is still in the game, but Protoss is now taking a 4th. So we're going to have Protoss doubling the bases. Nice snipe there. This is a pin technique where if Terran were to unsiege and walk out the entrance, the Stalkers would run back up and blink into the main. And so you basically have to have your base very effectively sealed off before you can have any movement. But there's Stalkers and Zealots, and that's 2 Templars inside the Warp Prism. So, you know, a storm in 10 seconds is going to be prepared. And a couple good storms, too. With just Zealots and Stalkers can completely wipe an army. Again, the wall is not set up there, so one good storm and a second one in the back is going to shred this army. We've got more infantry coming down here, but with Zealots coming in, is this actually going to be enough for Cure? His army's getting smaller, and so are his chances of winning this game.
Yeah, he's just lost way too much. Like, even if he holds this off and kills off this army, the 4th Nexus is almost done for PartinG. He's actually not built anything that he can really attack with.
Yeah, there's more Templars coming here. GG, very disappointing game from Cure. PartinG, you know, his usual aggressive self, coming in there, hitting the right locations. But I think even PartinG probably taken it back when the Adepts just walked in. I understand why people are always shading, because maybe they're not going to get there. You're keeping them honest. Maybe you see something on the high ground as the Adepts get up there, but yeah, he just got up. The depot never rose.
Well, he didn't expect to get up, because he like went past and then he turned 2 of them around to stop the depot from coming up.
Yeah.
But there was a window there where he even could have gotten the depot
Yeah,
up.
yeah, he got up.
And it's not like there was other stuff going on. That was a grossly
also,
disappointing game from Cure.
Right outside that's scouted.
Yeah.
Right outside the entrance where it's like, well, now you know exactly what he's doing. This only means one thing, an attack on the front.
Yeah.
And really the only way that can go wrong after your bunker's up is if they get up past your wall in with the depot lowered. So Cure, I don't know. Let's see how he does in game 2. That's going to be on Oxide, and that's loading up right now.
Game starts.
Oh, quick SCV.
All right.
Out on the map.
Max, I guess. See what he does with this. You think just Proxy Rex Reaper, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, is there going to be a second SCV sent out here? I see. Hold on.
Normally you don't go like double proxy. I've seen it, like double proxy against Protoss, but I don't like. I think just a Proxy Rex is fine.
So this is going to be made right down there.
Is this like a float, you think? No.
Well,
it's, okay, he's rallied up Reaper. But
does the core see that?
It might, and it might just block the jump path of the Reaper, so...
Yeah. I'm not sure about this. Like, I mean, just looking at that, I can't tell, like, where the vision's going to pop up, but let's just keep an eye out for that. Now, if it's a float, I mean, we saw the rally, but if it's a float, let's see if it's that too. It's close enough it could be.
Well, the core probably until it finishes won't see the racks at least, right?
Well, you can see the observers checking here too. Yeah, that doesn't.
When it finishes, it'll see it, I think.
But you can't jump up there,
right? Yeah,
because it's walled off.
Blocks everything.
And I do feel as though this is pretty standard building placement.
Yes.
You're like, well,
for sure.
There's just one spot where a Reaper can come up, and I'm against a Terran. Those guys can make Reapers, so I'll block this off.
Let's see if there's a little edge there. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, maybe he knows the placement better. Nope,
Yeah.
it does not work. And so this is going to go around. Now, it's not like the strategy's been stopped. It's just been delayed for about 3 seconds. It's going to come up here now.
All right. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, one probe going down. That's nice. There is a stalker being made. Ooh.
Oh.
Doesn't want to be losing this to probes. No need of that.
Now, there's a Zealot attacking this. Oh!
Ouch.
Kills the SCV as the barracks is making. I'm sorry, factory's making, excuse me. And kills the second SCV. Now, you can eventually get a Hellion out of there to fight that, but, you know, how long is this going to go for?
Well, he's sending back over a stalker as well, so that's kind of annoying. But with the double Reaper, he can just chase it away. All right, some nice micro there from Cure.
Now, here comes that Stalker. Reapers are not great against fighting Stalkers. Stalker's a better unit, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, the Zealot can't do anything just because of the speed at which a Reaper can move. Oh, gotta be careful. Loses that one Reaper.
Oh, some poor micro there.
If you get them away in time, they can regen, but
yeah.
if the Stalker's close enough to shoot it, I mean, that's basically what they did to change the Reaper, is it regens, but it dies in almost any kind of fight. It's purely a harass unit. Now, from here, there's a bit of pressure over on the entrance. There's a counterattack as well, as the two Reapers and, the two Reapers and the Hellion are going to come in here. This is a much scrappier game. Little fights going on all over the map.
Well, I mean, he gets up with some units here. Not a ton of micro going on, but he is picking off a decent amount of probes for PartinG.
Yeah, he's got 8 probes already. Overall probe count, it's 23 to 27. PartinG is taking the lead here, but this has been kind of a crazy game on all fronts.
Yeah, some idle SCVs here. He's not trying to do anything to that Stalker. Just the mine dies. Okay.
Blink is coming. I think things may calm down from here. We may end up with a Observer and the 3 or 4, I guess in this case, 4-gate Stalker coming here. I think PartinG has weighed and measured Cure in this game and decided that, okay, you're playing kind of sloppy.
Yeah.
Well, and then maybe I could just come in here and punish you. The Terran might overextend, attempting to acquire a second base.
This game is really like a dumpster fire, but the dumpster is also falling down a flight of stairs.
Yeah, this game is like a dumpster fire flying into the sun, but then when it hits the sun explodes.
Yeah.
And all of life is destroyed.
Yeah, and rightfully so. Everyone's ready to go after watching this game.
Yeah, everybody's watching that dumpster fly into the sun and nodding their head with one tear coming down.
Yeah.
Blink's 10 seconds out. So as the 4 gates finish and the Warp Prism becomes a factor, we're going to see how Cure is at holding this. But again, I mean, the barracks in a location that Protosses just block. I feel like on this map, especially in this matchup, that's a place you just block.
Yeah, you just assume.
I know that a lot of pros don't, especially just try to make one Reaper proxy to run up the one jumping spot.
Yeah.
The Reaper can go, and so in that sense, maybe there are some ideas at play, like nobody good does this, so let's actually do it because he might not have prepared for it.
Yeah. Well, this is the attack from PartinG, maybe not doing as well as he had hoped. That auto turret really helping to push that back.
I think PartinG may have miscalculated how strong he would be. I mean, it's been a funky early game. We never really have games quite like this early on. Oh, wow, he's just out of range of the tank. That's crazy. And so now he can mount a pretty aggressive attack.
Yeah, he's very good in these types of situations as well. That's this is scary. Yeah, he just jumps on top of the tank as it sieges.
The tank is not able to get a shot off there. Trying to juggle these Stalkers in and out as they're starting to take damage. Good control here by Cure, trying to target that one Stalker on the low ground.
Yeah, PartinG has his third Nexus started during all this, keeping that pressure on.
Now,
everything in disarray for Cure here. Okay, the Viking just sitting alone against Blink Stalkers in a Prism.
Now, these are pinned pretty badly here. I think PartinG's idea wasn't bad, but it's not actually working. He's traded a lot of Stalkers, and Stalkers are sort of expendable as long as you're killing tanks and Ravens and a few other key units, but I don't know if this has been, this might have been one of the worst attacks here by PartinG for what he's trying to do. He's going to throw some more gates down here. Templar Archives is on the way. You can see Stim started not that long ago, so I don't know if Terran's going to be able to take a fight for a little bit, but PartinG taking a third base already, and I would say even though the Stalker pin technique didn't work, I think, as well as he had expected, he still is very much so in control of this game.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that assessment.
I think after Terran has 3 tanks, you can't do this strategy anymore. Okay, 3 tanks covers everything they need.
Pretty much.
That's
Pretty
it.
much. You have to have a very long main base for them not to cover. All right, a drop coming out from Kira. Let's see what he can get done with this. Maybe this is where he can regain some footing with some damage. His army supply is getting reasonably high here.
I am worried, though, for Kira's sake, that, like, if he can't get it together and at least play a good game here in Game 2, I don't see him winning Game 3.
Yeah.
Game 1 looked like the game you play before you call it a night because you can't play anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, you know what? I just shouldn't be playing StarCraft right now.
I'm completely burnt out. That's the worst game literally ever.
Yeah, I am going to lose all my MMR and be a degenerate if I stay on here and keep playing.
It was the worst game I've ever seen from Kier.
Yep.
This being a close second.
Yeah. Now the push is coming out.
Yeah, let's see. Like his army is big. It is looking strong. Okay, did he just? I'm sorry.
What?
Did he just fly in and there were no units there, and then he flied out?
Hold on. Huge storm. Oh my God. All right, Cure is This is the part where the dumpster fire flies into the sun and explodes.
Yeah.
He is going to drop over there. Yeah, I don't believe there was anything back there unless we didn't see it.
There was like a battery and he flew out.
Okay, a blink in here. Party got to be careful to not lose that War Prism, but I think he's just going to get completely mowed down here. And I think, honestly, one of the more disappointing games here from Cure. I mean, the natural is going to be destroyed. I think the opening didn't do Cure any favors in this game. You can see him trying to micro here, but this is just a fire that Protoss can put out, no problem. You just call Zealots in on top of it, and the Zealots will do all the heavy lifting for you. Yeah. It is now 30 workers to 47. Terran without a place to call his expansion.
Yeah, this really doesn't look anything like Cure.
Yeah. I think PartinG wisely recalls back here.
Yeah, save what he can. Well, definitely a very scrappy game here.
Well, I think PartinG is just looking at this and saying, okay, I got to just make stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to win.
You know, so.
There's so much adrenaline that can happen in these matches, but I think when you realize, oh, my opponent is having the worst games of his life, all I've got to do is you know, keep making pylons, keep my upgrades coming, keep producing units, and the game is going to solve itself, so to speak. Because Cure's decision-making has been, I think, quite poor.
It has been. The reactions. All right, well, he dusts his own units somewhat there.
Yep. And we're seeing the remainder of the army here for Cure. It's going to try to push. I think this army is just too strong, though, for PartinG in every
oh, yeah. He has High Templars in the Prism he hasn't even used.
Yeah. He's basically waiting for a moment where the Terran tries to hold its ground.
Yeah.
And then he'll nuke him with that, too. Yeah. And so Terran's going to go for a drop, a big one here. Probably
maybe a move that can do something for him.
Yeah. Although PartinG is so on top of it. He spots this.
I think his observer caught the edge of it.
Okay. So he's going to unload here, but now I don't know if there's anywhere that these infantry units can go. He's getting pushed into the corner of the map here on the right. Great size storms. The drop inbound.
You got to assume he's got a recall too, right?
Yeah, well, he used his recall a little bit ago, but I think he should have it again, yeah.
Okay.
And now that tiny set of medevacs, all 3 of them, is isolated just south of the Protoss' main with an observer to spot. So I think you make a modest ring of stalkers there and then send everything else southbound towards this base. And, I mean, there's not much else to say from here. I think Protoss has pretty much won. Cure is battered, bruised. His decision-making has been poor. His attacks...
He's got no real attacking
even poorer.
coming. Yeah. I mean... But
it's 34
he's making some
SCVs
ghosts.
to 71 probes.
Yeah, he's got +1 attack. He never even started his +1 armor. He's not making SCVs. He's not making a command center. He's not trying to do anything with his medevacs. He's making a depot.
He's just not making SCVs. And 34 is not that sweet number. You go, you know
That's
what?
the number you're going for,
Yeah,
man.
you're like, no, hold on.
You're there at like 2 minutes.
Yeah. He's going to come out here. Storm's coming down. And this army is bust. I mean, this is Protoss is more complete. This army is going to retreat. Maybe he can pick up and fly and sit idly in that corner. No, because now Cure's out on the map with what he has left. Damn, nice storms here from PartinG. I think game 3 is not far away. GG, PartinG 2-0.
Yeah.
Look, PartinG is playing quite well, but I gotta say it, man. These are the worst games I've casted of Cure that in my recent memory.
Honestly, I think this game PartinG did not play particularly well, but it wasn't Cure level bad. Like,
yeah, I would
there
say
were so
game
like
2, PartinG wasn't playing
the
great, but I
barracks
think
placement. What? The moment where like he was defending Blink with Prism into his main, and then he left everything out of his main except for a Viking, as if a Viking is going to take. They still have the Blink upgrade. It's not like that disappears.
The drops not good from Cure.
He flew in, saw nothing there, and flew out.
I will say that I think PartinG saw Cure playing so badly early on, decided, all right, I need to try to blink in here and just end this, and maybe overextended.
Maybe.
It didn't look like a pro game at that point in time, but anyways, Cure needs to do a full reboot here, or he is going to be out of the Super Tournament in, I think, the most disappointing fashion.
Yeah.
Game start. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Cure. PartinG.
Right.
Yeah, even upgrades not coming.
Yeah. Who needs +1 armor? +1 attack is enough.
On 2 base, you don't have that much going for you. SCVs not being remade.
Yeah. No, it was. These are the 2 worst Cure games yet. Let's see what this 3rd game looks like.
This game, we don't have anybody sending anything out onto the middle of the map.
No proxies this game.
But, yeah, PartinG. We're seeing, by the way, growing popularity of the Observer Stalker pin. It's coming back now and more PvT.
Oh, Observer Stalker pin,
yeah. It's a good technique. It does seem like after the Terran has 3 tanks, on some spawns, maybe 2 if it's covered perfectly, you can't quite do it.
Yeah, you hit a certain amount of units and it's basically over, right?
Yeah.
Unless they get mispositioned grossly.
When I see pros doing it, it also does seem like if they have the correct setup to kill the first tank, then the rush will go on.
Yeah.
And the Terran is stuck for even longer. It seems like keeping the first tank alive and also making sure the bunker on the bottom is actually properly covered.
Yeah.
Because there are approaches where
That's very
people
true.
just run up and shoot the bunker down. And,
Totally.
Obviously.
You generally get a bunker in the main as well against this.
SCVs can just heal a bunker, but just because there's SCVs there doesn't mean you're going to get them in time to the bunker. So some players, if they're fast enough, will just run up there, shoot it down, and then the bunker's gone anyways.
Hard one to protect that.
Yeah. No, it's a very strong play from Protoss early on PvT, and one that very good Terrans can struggle dealing with. Now, this is another gate out on the map.
Kind of an interesting location.
I'll be honest with you. I was actually looking at you when we were talking about the last game. When did he make this gateway here? Is this the same? I don't think this is the same thing as the last game, right?
No, I think it is. It's the same as game 1.
Game 1, excuse me. That's what I meant. Is this the exact same build?
It looks like it to me, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just turned my head after looking at you and saw the screen, and I'm like, oh, is this okay?
Now, this game, Kira has gone for a second Rax. He has Reactor Barracks going, and now the second Rax finishes, goes for a Tech Lab. We'll see what he does after this. Is going to be like a 2-on-1, maybe? Maybe one of these weird Beyond 3 Rax builds. Or he's going to go ahead and get his bunker. That is going to be very important.
Adept coming out. Now, I don't think this one's been spotted. I'll be honest with you, if I was Kira, I wouldn't expect PartinG to do this build in Game 3 after doing it in Game 1, but this is why PartinG's good, is that he randomizes his play pretty well.
Let's see if Kira can catch it this time.
All right. Remember what you train for. The depots come up.
Oh, just barely.
All right,
just
that's
barely.
better. I was about to just flip out if they just got up there.
Take my headset off and go to
I'm
the
like,
bathroom.
do you have the hotkey on the depot set? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't shade in. Okay, much better this time from Kira.
Yeah, so we're going to have Ghost Waves coming in here from the Adepts.
Ghost Waves.
That's what I was thinking when I saw them, like, Ghost Waves, man.
Ghost Waves, I like that.
Yeah, Ghost feels.
Okay, 3 more Stalkers. He's going to do a bunker bus 100% here.
Now, is
shade around the bunker and then just target with Stalkers.
Yeah, that can take up space where the SCVs could try to repair. I think this might work. Let's see. SCVs need to be pulled.
Yeah, here we go. He's going to bust it.
Yeah, SCVs pulled too late.
Oh, maybe not. Well,
SCVs are being used to try to fight here, so it looks like the bunker
he really needs to repair, I think. But
well, he's killing a lot of workers here.
Yeah.
I guess he could maybe kill all the workers and then kill the bunker.
Yeah, that works.
That's 12 kills, 13. So that puts the Terra now at 24 SCVs to the 42.
I will say taking a bunch of damage early on.
I will say I think you could probably try this again in a little bit here. I don't think there's much reason for Protoss to not try. The wall in comes up, Ghost Waves.
Yeah, finishes his Ghost Wave there.
Oop, PartinG miss microwave running through there.
Yeah, looks like he holds a bit better this time.
And I guess Cure's going to last for a little bit longer, but that's a pretty bad beating he took. Like, he's hurting from that for sure.
Yeah, the one kind of saving grace is that the tech of PartinG is later, right? His blink is only halfway done right now. His robo's not done. He's taking a third. So, like, you do have stim. You're going to have medevacs. Maybe you can get something done.
But let's point out as well, it looks like he's setting up for some of the same themes we've seen before with the Stalker pin. And there's a reactor on the factory. So there's not going to be tanks coming out for a while.
That's true. That's true. Maybe he can utilize the mines he's making. Looks like he wants to do a mine trop, which I think is okay if they're putting this much pressure on you.
I think it's a good idea, but I do want to point out, if he has an observer and stalkers, you can kill the mines, like if you're ready. So tanks are, I think, superior if covered correctly.
Yeah, defensively, tanks are really quite nice. I don't know how aggressive PartinG will get with this. I feel like it's more of a contain here.
Could be right.
Yeah. It's just like stim is already done and your opponent has a decent amount of bio. You know he's been on 2 racks for a while.
All right, I think he's yeah, okay. We were mentioning this earlier. If the bunker's unattended, you can kind of just run in there, and that's what happened here. Is there wasn't any extra SCVs to try to sit there and repair that, and that's what I'm talking about. Widow mines are just not going to cut it. Now, if they don't see the Widow mine in time, but that one of course is not burrowed, so I don't know, man. I think the writing's on the wall here.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the most mismatched series we've had here.
It is. It is. Well, I mean,
and here's the thing: even if these kill workers, and they're going to kill some, I mean, how do you stop this? This army's already here. Good targeting there. Takes the medevac out, backs up. Concussive shell is still a ways away.
Well, he's going to try to continue to drop some mines here.
Uh-oh. His cooldown's not done yet.
More stalkers being made. Not many SCVs left over here for Kier.
Yeah. Widowmine gone. I mean, this is just... I don't see Terran coming out of this. It's 27 SCVs now to 57 probes.
Yeah, yeah.
This really does show you the difference, though, between Widowmines and tanks. The Stalkers are a little bit more commanding in the presence with these fights.
Right, Kier starting to move out a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, he might feel like it's time for him to try to do something. The problem is his economy has been cut in half.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some probes killed, but I think this is something Protoss can easily bounce back from.
Well, 60, he has twice the workers, basically.
Yeah. I mean, Mules help, but, you know.
Not that much.
Not that much. And Terran is also a little bit starved for information as well. And I think this makes perfect sense. The Stalkers will come around, blink into the main, and this is going to be even more kills. And Terran's going to have to go all the way back home. And, I mean, even if Terran comes in here and closes in on this, then you just recall with the Stalkers. PartinG a little bit slow to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he definitely does kill a lot of workers there. Army supply, even though he lost all of his Stalkers, still the same, getting Colossus. Yep. Kier does decide to get +1 armor this game.
We've got more units warping in. Kier is finally going to be able to be out on the map, but I feel as though the Protoss should be ready for anything that's going to be thrown at him here.
All right, well, +1 starting here for PartinG. Get an additional Colossi. His army will just not lose a fight to this army.
No, I mean, this has been handled well enough here from PartinG, and frankly, I think Kier has made a lot of mistakes that never allowed him to get to the size that he needed to be. Let's see this drop over here. PartinG needs to get back over here and try to defend.
He scans, but PartinG does not come up until the last second.
Yeah. Good idea.
Dodge is being seen.
He's going to blink in. He can get these medevacs if he targets them.
Yeah, that's what he's trying right now.
Yep. And he takes out 2 and the army below it. That's it. I mean, PartinG just crushes through. Kier, disappointing performance, I got to say.
It's the worst series I've ever seen out of him. The worst games I've ever seen out of him.
I don't like talking like that, but truly, Kier did not.
It's very rarely that we will be this hard on a player, but this was a garbage series.
That was hard to watch, man. I mean, just nothing. There were so many. You know, occasionally we'll see somebody make like 2 of the same building, or okay, they drop somewhere, and or they try a tech that's like old or weird. It doesn't work. But man, there were so many things going wrong there.
Yes.
We're going to be having an interview now with PartinG. I'm sure he's happy to move on to the round of 8, and we're going to see more of him tomorrow. We're halfway through our games. Go ahead, Andy. Go ahead and translate.
Well, PartinG wins 3 consecutive games against Cure to move on to the round of 8. Congratulations, PartinG. Thank you. PartinG, congratulations. Last year, you were really good, and then in Season 3, your performance kind of declined. So I was quite worried. It feels like you're back in your form. What do you think? Well, last year, early last year, I was good. But at the time, my mental fortitude and my body wasn't that good. And then from Season 2, my performance definitely started to decline. It was really hard for me back then. And then I wasn't able to qualify for the Season 3 GSL last year. And I also had to give up on the Super Tournament for the last Super Tournament for last year. And then I did have to go to the hospital for some treatments as well. Are you okay now? Yes, I'm trying my best to get better, and compared to before, yes, I'm better. Well, you showed really good performance today, PartinG. Well, I know you're really close with Cure, and I didn't expect the score to be so lopsided today. So what do you think? Well, to be honest, we know each other too well. He used to be my ex-teammate, and we're just personally really close to each other.
인간 맞춤이 됐죠.
So I'm kind of like a counter to him
못하는
in a
선수는
sense.
절대 아니고 요새
And
엄청
Cure is a monstrous player. He's
잘해요.
not.
이제 제가
He's
어떻게
not.
이겨야
He's
될까라는
really good.
걱정을 하면서 계속 생각을 하면서 플레이를 했던 것 같아요.
나의 판짜기가 좋았다. 이렇게 결론을 내려보겠습니다.
You're saying your builds
근데
were good.
그
Okay.
외에도 정말 순간적인 센스나
Apart from the builds, your senses, your game sense in your matches were really good.
한 판도 승부수는 김동 선수가 했는데 광전사 난입으로
And Cure
보는 건
did take the
이렇게
initiative,
뒷심을
but you're able to
노리시는
counter
것도
that so well in your
원희태
games, Parting.
내가 약간 실전파다. 약간 이런 생각 있으신가요?
So Parting, do you think you're better on the stage?
그러니까 제가 예전에 이제 아나운서님이랑 인터뷰할 때
Well, previously when I interviewed with you,
프로토스는 아직도 많은 빌드들이 있고
I said the Protoss was a
제가
weak race,
아껴둔 게 엄청 많거든요.
but I have many Protoss builds at my disposal
많은
right now.
선수들이 이제 똑같은 플레이를 하면서 이제 프로토스가 약하다고 하는 거는 저는 솔직히 좀 부정적이라고
And a lot of the
생각하고
players, they use the same Protoss builds, and then saying Protoss is weak. I think that's not true.
물론 대엽이 형이나 주성 선수를 폄하하는 건 아니고
So I'm not.
약간 좀 변태처럼 해야지.
So I'm not dissing
공격이라고 생각을 해서
the other Protoss players, but I think it's really vital for Protoss players to go unorthodox builds.
충분히 기대가 되는데요. 자, 다음 상대 이야기해 보겠습니다.
Alright, let's talk about the next matchup.
박한솔 선수.
Your next opponent has been decided earlier today. It is Zoun, actually.
사실 박한솔 선수가 또 원희태 선수는 말씀하신 그 변태
And Zoun in his interview said that he didn't want to play against you because you play a very unorthodox style. So what do you think about that?
그 박태혁 선수랑 하고 싶었는데.
Well, I did want to play against Armani.
또 친해가지고.
I'm close to him too.
근데 이제 제가 프로토스 때 프로토스 공격전이 좀 약해요.
But to be frank, my PvP isn't all that great.
안 맞는 게 좀 커서 아마 근데 한솔이가 말 그렇게 했지 실제로는 웃고 있을 것 같아요.
But Zoun did say that he wants to avoid me, but inside him he's probably smiling right now.
자,
Okay.
그렇게 완성된 푸푸전 8강을 기대해 보면서
Alright, let's look forward to the
마지막으로
PvP
원희태 선수의
that will be featured on Saturday. Alright, anything you want to say before you go?
많은 또 해외 팬분들이 제가 질 거라고 예상을 했더라고요.
A lot of the global fans actually expected me to go down. I'm really angry,
게임알모 친구들이 좀 많은 것 같아요.
and I think those people don't know how the game works.
생각을 하고
I hope they
저의
think,
게임을 좀 이런 좀 심오한 게임을 잘 봐줬으면
and I hope they try to learn about the game.
방송에서
before judging me.
맨날 와서 이렇게 서포트 해줘서 정말
And
고맙고 제 슈가 베어들
Also, thank you guys, thank you the Sugar Bears for coming to my stream and cheering for me.
팀이 아직도 없어요.
I'm still teamless, by the way.
좀 저의 오늘 경기력을 봤으면은
So if they-
좋은 팀들에서
So if some
저한테 컨택
team owners
주셨으면
watch my play today, I hope they can
좋은 결과
contact me.
있으셨으면 좋겠습니다. 다시 한번 지주
Alright, thank you,
축하드립니다.
Parting.
감사합니다.
자, 이렇게
Call outs, shout outs to the Sugar Bears. Parting moves on 3-0, our second 3-0 actually today. I'm sure our other games will probably be a little bit closer. One can hope. Anyways, guys, we've got a short break. We'll be right back.